welcome back to the Green Place. How you doing, mate?
I am good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. I do actually remember that it's called Green Valley, Nebraska now, after quite a long time.
Yes, yeah, we're getting there, aren't we? With
We
the
are,
names, I suppose we
yeah.
should actually
It, it,
move some time on as well, shouldn't we?
yeah, maybe it's yeah. I would like to blame it on the fact that it's because we don't come here very often, but it's not. It's just because I forget.
Yes, that is probably more accurate. Right,
Yep.
what are we doing? Wheat.
We are planting wheat. We also have down in field 23. We have a harvest going on.
We do.
Of some more soybeans. That's all course plate set up. It looks like one of them is full, in fact. So I'm just going to jump down and see. It looks like auto drive is working to some
Excellent.
extent. To some extent. We'll just leave that and hopefully it'll be fine.
Yeah, out of sight, out of mind,
Yeah,
eh?
what's the worst that could happen? Right, let me see if I can work out how to turn this darn thing on. I'm going to be very, very unrealistic and turn on and drop the seeder before I even get into the field. And it looks like, yes, the automatic application is working.
Let's give it a go.
And our guess at pre-application of nitrogen was pretty good.
Oh, yes, well done.
So it's almost like I know what I'm doing.
It is almost like it, yes.
I am expecting much hilarity and crashing and tangled up vehicles with both of us having these in the field.
Yeah, they're pretty
they're quite long,
substantial bits of kit.
They are. It's potentially one of the longest things I've ever driven in farm sim, I think.
Yeah, same.
With
I don't think there's
the air cut and then the anhydrous ammonia tank on the back.
It does look good though.
Does. It's a bit of a beast.
It is indeed. And yeah, we're not having to apply much nitrogen at all, are we?
It's quite a pull up the hill.
Yeah, I've just got to that.
Yeah.
I was thinking how well it was doing, but
nope, 5 miles an hour up the hill. It's
yeah, cruise control activated.
I guess see that's standard for me. I guess because you use a wheel and pedals, you don't necessarily do that.
Yeah, I've been trying recently to use it more because the pedals are a bit clunky, and I'm never sure if it comes through or not. But
I've not heard it in one of your videos, and that's not just because I don't watch them.
Yeah, that's just one of the reasons.
No, and your wheel doesn't sound like Daggerwind's wheel, so
yeah, you know, I'm not ragging it around.
You're doing all right. So
there we
go. I generally, to start moving in most jobs, I just hit cruise control rather than accelerate.
Yeah.
Unless I'm doing stuff where I'm going to need to quickly change speed or brake, I just hit cruise control. It's
cool. Yeah. Yeah. It's,
there's the combines.
I don't use it enough.
They have been emptied, so that's cool.
That looks good.
I'm not going to claim confidence yet that I've set it up and because I set it up, it'll actually work.
Yeah, I think we did. We preempted it a little bit soon.
Yeah.
In the last episode, didn't we? Really.
Having had a massive battle with auto drive yesterday, trying to do something that should have been somewhat simple.
Yeah.
And completely failing to achieve what I wanted to achieve, and just giving up and having to do one step myself.
Yeah.
I resorted to going to watch one of my tutorials, and that didn't fix it for me.
Oh.
So I was trying to get a loading wagon to tip into a fermenting silo. A bit like the fermenting silo we've got on here. It just would not unload. It would drive to it.
Yeah.
It just would not unload.
Oh, something to do with the triggers, or?
I don't know. I don't know if I managed to do it last time I tried to do it. But yeah, it was working with course play, it would go off and integrate with course play just fine, but it would not unload.
Oh.
Which was a bit of a pain.
Yes.
But you've not hit the hill yet, have you?
No. I've had to stop. If you... let me just have a look.
Do you want to see if we can set up GPS?
Yeah, there should be.
No.
Should be field 9 harvest.
Which there are 2.
That is a fair point. I picked the first one, number 4.
Okay. And if we do... just randomly pressing buttons at this point. If we put lines on, does that? That's way over there. There we go. And then if we do width, I guess.
Yeah, I'll
okay.
do the shortcut.
It's kind of shifted over, but I guess if you pick the GPS course up, you'll slightly overrun where I am, and then we'll be fine for next time.
Okay.
Sound like a plan?
It does indeed. Let's just try and get going again.
Yeah, it's probably a bad idea to stop with these. The thing that I was just going to check as well is we do see that big headland next to us.
Yeah.
We own that.
Oh, more grass.
More grass. So what we were chatting about before we started was down by field 23. There's a big grass area that we own, and we could do with more hay. So we might be mowing that next time for hay, but also that's an area that's probably worth actually mowing.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, like anything with this map, it's a vast area. So
I don't really fancy ploughing it in to make it into more field space, but definitely because of the mowers and stuff we've got, definitely I think it's worth mowing and making some hay. Maybe did we get the balers on here like you've got on the oaks?
We have got the crone. Oh, with the swather.
Yeah.
Not the swather. The windrower.
I'm going to loop round to the left and then come back to the headland. I don't want to try and do a sharp right-hand turn. I think that'll go badly.
I think you might be right with that one. No, I don't think we have, but we could do.
We could lease.
I'm just thinking of cash. Maybe it's worth just completely swapping them out.
Yeah, maybe.
At least then,
with all of the excess,
got them for straw and stuff.
Yeah, with all of the excess grass that we've got, we could make some silage to sell as well. Maybe we could do with
might be good.
We could do with about 500,000 litres of hay, and then maybe we could make some silage to sell.
I think that's probably a good idea.
Because we are very short of cash.
We could use can we use the production to do that and then just use the truck?
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a bit sharp.
Yeah, that would be my plan.
Okay, that's all right then. Great minds.
Yep. And just thinking if we got a way of picking the silage up. We own forage wagons.
Forage wagons,
yeah, we could do it that way.
That almost sounds like a plan.
It does, doesn't it? I'll try and remember to make a note of that because hopefully we'll be a bit more regular on here. But we keep forgetting between recordings what we're planning to do.
We do. We're not very good for having a plan.
No, we do have a plan now.
We do have a cunning plan.
As long as I don't lose the sticky note, the virtual sticky note. That's I'll try and add it to that. For all my other stuff, I have a little I have a text document that I keep plans in for stuff.
Okay, yeah.
So I don't forget. I'm very bad at updating it, but at least it exists.
Well, there is that, yeah.
If I go,
we're actually over nitrogen in some places.
I think that's maybe just on the edges of the field.
Yeah, they were a bit ropey before, weren't they?
Yeah. So, how are we going to tackle planting this? Start as
I guess
I'm
skip rows, maybe.
I'm tempted to say start from the other end.
I think so. Yeah, nice.
And then we'll naturally skip rows because we'll do one each.
Yeah.
Right, switch that off. No, try and get back to the other end of the field. The nice thing is we're not really using any anhydrous.
No, that is true. I'm wondering as well whether we could... No, it's not used for anything else, is it? I'm thinking of propane. Silly boy.
Yep. It'll be used for fertilising other crops.
Yes, there is that. Because I think this was this the only one that we did the sort of pre...
Yeah, I think so.
Application on.
We might have done field 6 as well.
Can't actually remember. It feels like an absolute age.
Yeah, it does.
It really does.
It does. Right. Is it Alt S? No. Alt X. There we go. The course plate and auto drive seem to be working.
Yeah, I'd keep having a quick look at...
I've got to reverse now.
I'll stop.
I'd switch the seeder off so that I could get along the field quicker.
Yeah, same.
And then I didn't switch it back on. There we go. Right. Let's see what kind of mess this makes. Easy. No.
Easy peasy.
No, it does help if you actually switch on GPS.
Talk amongst yourselves for a minute, people.
Yeah.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Entertain yourselves. There we go.
Are you sorted now?
I believe so, yes. I believe so. And only a slight delay.
That wasn't too bad.
It's really not going to take very long to plant this field, is it?
It's not at all, which might make it a slightly shorter episode than we have done prior.
The harvest progress seems slow. It has yet to finish the headland. Both combines have been full at least twice.
Oh. Yeah, they are racking it up, aren't they, quite quickly?
Yeah, I didn't leave the truck running to see how. I guess, no, there are 65,000 litres in the auger wagon. That sounds about right.
Yeah, I just saw that. 84%, yeah.
Yeah, they're just finishing the first headland by the looks of it. I think I might have only done one headland because it's 2 combines.
Yeah, it's all it needs, isn't it, really?
You think that fair bit.
I quite forget to double them sometimes.
Yeah, there's a fair bit of open space there. If you skip a row and then I'll come in behind you.
Ah, yeah, good shout.
So that I'm not cutting in front of you to turn.
Yeah, so what am I on at the minute? 2. It should be a reasonably nice turning circle.
Yeah.
Doing it this way.
We don't have VCA installed, do we?
No.
I really like the alternate cruise control.
Yeah, I want to try VCA. I really do. I think I need to have a go with it because I do like the one. Is it? You can program in skip rows, can't you? So it knows.
Yep.
Program in, but set it to do that.
Yeah, on the GPS you can set it to skip as many rows as you want, and it does. You can do the turn at a button press then.
Yeah.
With skip rows enabled, which is really nice. You can do that with this GPS as long as you have headland management enabled.
Oh, okay.
So if you install the headland management mod, you can do it with Wopster's GPS as well. The bit that I like is it has 3 cruise control settings.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
you,
yeah. So
so you can just swap. So I tend to have, by default, it has one that's set quite slow, one that's set about fieldwork speed, and then one that's full speed.
yeah, it's almost like field and road
Yeah.
travel, isn't it? Or
If
mode.
you're manually carting for like a combine or forage harvesting, it's really nice because you can just switch between, have one set at 6 miles an hour or whatever speed your harvester's running at,
Yeah.
and then one set at full speed for carting.
Cool. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you can sort of do that with base game because you can just hold down 3 and it'll jump it to max speed.
Yeah, that's true. You could sort of
But
default back, I guess.
yeah, but no,
Whoa.
it's definitely one of my favourite mods.
We are having issue.
Yeah,
Are we lowered? Yes, we
yeah,
are.
yeah. I
Come
think
on.
you can't quite treat it as you would some of the size of kit that we would normally use and just get on the row and then drop the cedar down.
A bit of a tank slapper. In fact, I'm going to drop down.
Yeah, so that's
There we
exactly
go.
what made me think about it. Because once you lift the cedar up, you don't then want to be accelerating to 20 odd miles an hour.
No. And then trying to get GPS come back
Yeah,
on and not have a tank slapper.
yeah. So I've got cruise control set to 12.
Yes, I've gone for 14, but
No,
go for 13. Go midway. Don't want to
yeah.
copy you too much.
It just makes life much
We are.
easier. It's all if we had headland management installed, you almost wouldn't need to press many buttons.
Yeah. Auto farming.
Yeah, but realistic farming in kit like this,
Yeah, no, that's true.
you know, if you
We are cracking through
yeah,
this.
and I haven't watched him in a while, but like when Mike Mitchell and co are doing stuff, it almost
Mm.
feels like quite a lot of time they're just sat in the tractor, or you could sit and read a book probably.
Well, yeah, it's like when you see the
Oh,
millennial farmer once he's got his planter and that working,
yeah,
it just seems to do its thing on its own, doesn't it?
something's got stuck. The carting is in the way. Just give me a minute.
Yeah, that's fine, mate.
Oh, that's a mess. Come on. The waypoint that I'd put in for auto drive was on the headland. So
Okay.
I need to restart both the combines now, I think. Last waypoint. Go. Are you going to behave? I never like using the last waypoint.
No, I can't remember how I came to know the actual proper meaning by it. Might have been on your Discord actually. I always thought that that's like the end point,
No,
but it's not. It's last.
it's the last good waypoint that they had.
Yeah.
I think that's both of those going. I just need to wait to get the auto going again. What we can do there is send it to the unload point because it's quite full.
Good idea. At least with having that massive trailer, it should contain it all.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I didn't bother setting up to run back to the silo with that.
No, added complexity we don't need.
Yeah.
Oh, you're back.
I'm back.
I was sat watching the combines working away.
They seem to be back at it, which is good. Hopefully that will be okay. If not, we'll fix it afterwards.
Yeah.
It'll get most of it done, which is and
Every little helps.
It does, and it can't be any more chaotic than when I was trying to do the course play for the corn harvest.
No, that was fun.
It does look like it. Oh no, it's on lands, isn't it? And that should be okay.
What with deafening combines.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was fun.
And poor auto drive skills.
I wouldn't say poor.
Well, that's a bit bouncy. We won't go in cab.
Is it rather jumpy?
Yeah, I don't know whether it's the server or the non-server.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So,
The hosted
yeah.
game.
It's just when I go in cab, part of the cab seems to be juddering.
Oh,
I'll stay out of cab. That's fine.
mine seems okay. Maybe you've got a particularly bumpy patch of field.
Yeah, tractor might need a service.
Yeah.
Not that we can afford
Yeah.
it, but tractor might need a service.
No, yeah, that the idea of little and often is not going to work on here, is it?
Not
I
yet.
think,
Not yet.
as you said, off camera screen, whatever you want to call it, we could do with adding in the what's it called, fixed crop prices.
Yes. Yeah.
Just to help things along a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, we did talk about it a while ago and asked people, and they seemed like just think it was a good idea. So
Yeah, I don't think there was any major objections, was there?
no, and given that we've got a whole load of soybeans, that will help out rather a lot.
It should do, yes. Because how many have we actually got?
I think you'll struggle to see.
I think I will struggle to see as well, because we've put them into the
Yes.
silo that doesn't exist.
The way you do it is we got 258,000, sorry, off of the field that we harvested last time.
Oh, cool.
So, and then so far we've got, I think, probably about 80,000 litres off that field. So,
Decent payday then.
yeah.
Hopefully.
Yep.
I was just thinking why I couldn't see the truck and the trailer, but it's not, the engine's not on, is it?
No, I didn't leave it running.
No, fair play.
Saving on fuel.
Fair play. Yeah.
One thing that I'm curious about, after watching Farmer Cop's video on vehicle repair costs, wear and stuff, is if you just leave a vehicle running without anyone in it, does it accumulate hours and wear?
Yeah, I remember I was listening to you. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it must be. I guess it's engine running.
I think so. Well, I think it must be for hours, maybe. I don't know about work or like damage. I want to do some testing on it at some point because I'm pretty sure that that's why on Maypole I had to park the Deutz earlier than I planned until I could afford to make the final payment.
Yes,
Because I know that when some people were doing the forestry on there, it was just left running, sat on the log trailer.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what I do.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't so aware before that, particularly with lease to own, that once you hit that 20-hour point and the 3 years, you're just burning money then.
Yes, it's wasted almost, isn't it?
And luckily, I got back before we hit the end of the row.
That is good timing. Well done. Yeah.
Oh, because an Amazon delivery turned up.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I don't remember what we were talking about. That's completely thrown me.
Lease to own and
Yes.
20 hours and
Yeah.
how hours are worked out. The one that you were talking about, I can't remember if it was on your stream or in a video, was how does it work for like trailers?
Yes, yeah.
That's an interesting one for me. And I was thinking to myself, is it when they've got something in them, or
Yes.
or is it moving, or I don't know.
It's another one I want to
Or is
test.
it just enough at time?
But it's one of those.
Then how does it go? Yeah.
It's one of those ones that you can't like cheat with easy dev. With like hours on a vehicle versus cost, you can just easy dev the hours on.
Yeah.
Whereas with a trailer, because I don't know what you need to work out what the conditions are, you just got to leave the game running
Yes.
and see what happens.
Yeah, you've almost got to like 25,000 times speed and.
Yeah. Well, no, because it's real time, isn't it?
Oh, of course.
So
yeah.
you basically just have to, start the game up, sit in a tractor with a trailer attached with it running, doing nothing, and leave it for an hour, see what happens,
Do the same with one in
and then
with loading or
yeah, then
something.
put stuff in it and do the same, and then maybe have it driving on like an auto drive loop for an hour, and
Yeah.
seeing if
Oh,
that
you can do it that way, couldn't
that
you? Yeah.
accumulates hours. It's just kind of quite a lot of real world time to test it, which is.
Yeah.
But I do want to try because I'm just curious, is because it might make leasing trailers a really good option because you might only just
Well,
pay the daily fee in the
yeah,
end.
because as well, if within reason, they're not overly expensive, are they?
No,
So the lease costs are going to be quite minimal.
no, but sometimes like
Yeah.
on Maypole where I was talking about it before, going out and spending 20 grand on a trailer at the moment is not really a good option.
No.
But if there's, if realistically with the way the game works out, you just pay the initial lease fee, the initial hour. Actually, I'm thinking that the one that you're doing is the is the lead combine, so that's fine.
Oh, the other one sorted itself out
Yeah,
now.
yeah, the other one's
Yeah.
back
So
on
we
track now, and you're
there's
emptying the lead combine, so that should
yeah.
all sort itself out.
So that is once this is emptied, I'll pull out the way and just stick auto drive back on, and then I can
Yeah,
hop back over and
yeah, maybe
uh,
just back up so it can make its turn. Yeah, cool.
yeah.
Where it's going, but
I'm sure where it's off. Yeah.
that's because it's probably trying to stay in the field boundary, maybe. But yeah, that headland bit is just like an entire grass field, isn't it?
It's massive. I think I think we'd spotted it before,
Yeah, I don't remember.
but I can't remember. There we go. Right.
There we go.
I'm back in my quad track.
Me too. I reckon we've only got about 2 more passes.
Yeah, yeah. I think we're into the sort of odd shaped.
Yeah, and then maybe we can jump in
Yeah.
and help out with the carting, the combines,
Yes,
get them,
that
get
sounds
that
like
on
a plan.
track. Your wonderful Fent is next to the other auger wagon, so
Yeah, the really, yeah, the one with the sticky tyres.
yes, the
Not
power slidey one.
power slidey tractory.
Well, it's not
one.
even power
Yeah.
slide, is it? Because it's your front end that's sliding, but
It just clears off. Yeah,
yeah, just massive understeer.
yeah.
All of the understeer you could ever want. The other thing that
In
I'm wondering, the mod that we don't have installed is the seedbed reconciliation mod.
oh yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah.
Technically, this field would want rolling. I'm saying technically because with it being this big,
It's
I'm not fussed.
no. I think yeah. I don't think so.
No,
I don't even think we've got a set of rollers. To be fair,
that is a good point. That is a very good point.
I think it was probably one thing we over. Well, I don't think we've got a mulcher
Nah.
either. 3 meter mulcher.
Tell you, you can do that. You can do that between sessions.
Yeah, righto.
I very rarely even mulch a normal size field because the yield is so small, or the yield gain.
Yeah, it's hardly worth it, is it?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can hear that dog barking. It's really quite annoying. Hopefully, it's not coming through. But if it is,
Yes, I can.
I apologise. Yeah.
Yes, I do have
Oh,
quite a
dear.
tuned hearing to dog barking though.
Yes.
Just say
yes,
it's
I
farm
can
dog.
imagine. It's farm dog. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's all the way. It's just behind that red building over there. Farm dog.
It's farm dog. There we go. Oh, I've only got a tiny little bit. I can probably loot round and grab
Yeah.
another bit there, can't I? Oh, uphill again.
I
There
do
we
find
go.
it surprising. I guess again it's realistic because like with Mike Mitchell when they're going up big hills, they really slow down.
Yeah, yeah.
There's just not enough horsepower or grip.
I think that's a lot of it, isn't it? It's the sheer weight of the kit.
Yeah, yeah. I'd love to know what this rig weighs.
Yeah, that's a fair point. We could, and you could
We could just go through and add it up. But
add it up, couldn't we, if we were so inclined?
yeah, I imagine it's rather a lot.
Yes, I think. Yeah, I mean,
I don't
the
think you'd be
frame on the
taking it.
anhydrous tank is substantial. Let's put it
Yeah,
that way.
I
So,
don't think you'd be taking it down a UK road legally.
no, I don't think this would work on Calmston, would it?
I'm very surprised you didn't try with some of the kit you had on there.
I'd get a big bud down there. Yeah. It's not. I mean, there's only a few places that it's the gateways that are above
Yeah,
anything, not necessarily the roads.
and the fact that you
Uh,
need like 3 passes on a field.
well, yeah, yeah.
I
Even the
will,
biggest one, yeah.
yeah, I will say that this handles a lot better than the John Deere rig that I had on Ohio.
Okay,
Job done.
that's a good one. That, yeah, is done.
I
I do
would
like
say,
the folding
yeah,
as well.
I would say we should repair and refuel, but I don't think we can afford to repair. So
Yeah, I think, yeah, it's probably not too shabby actually. 7% damage on the quad track, 3% on the culty cedary bit. Yeah, 3% on the rest, so
yeah,
not too shabby.
yeah,
Right.
I propose that we jump in and do some karting.
Um. Yeah.
Oh, that's what I've done anyway.
Uh,
I seem
yeah.
to
I
have,
need to find my
oh,
lovely little fence.
I seem to have hit random buttons as well, which is fun.
Oh, well done.
That's what it is. Oh, go away. It seemed to have turned the radio on.
Oh,
Now can't remember how to turn it off.
5.
Uh,
I think.
okay, cool. I'll go with that. It's because with talking about VCA again, button 4
Oh,
is
right.
replaces the stereo with switching between cruise controls, which is what I
Ah,
hit so that I could get a slower cruise control for karting, and it didn't work.
got you. Oh,
And now the combine doesn't want to open the auger up to unload into me.
yeah. You have to be really close
Kind
because
of annoying.
we have got short augers.
Yes, I'll wait for it to get on the next run. It should be fine. It's only 60% full.
How much this one? There we go. Power sliding again.
And someone left their track running. Probably me.
Oh,
No,
if it's number 2, it'd be me.
no, no, it wasn't me.
My apologies.
All that diesel wasted.
I know, poor Greta.
Yep. It's one of those things that you notice when you have Simple Inspector on.
Yes, yeah, yeah, because you see the kit, don't
Yeah.
you? Yeah.
So, those combines are doing very weird turns. Doing a reverse turn out of the long run.
How odd.
Yeah.
It was like when I was unloading before, and it was sort of doing a really weird.
It might be
Can't,
set to stay in the field boundary where it's only got a narrow headland, maybe. That might be the problem. I should maybe have done 2 headlands.
Yeah, I
Or
guess
4
that's the thing, isn't it?
headlands.
It's
It always feels
because
like
they
a
are
lot.
big fields and big. Yeah, it feels like it's too much, but
Yeah.
we can see the headland, but
Jeez.
the worker just goes off the field boundary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did think because there's quite a big boundary that it would make use of it, but oh well. It's fine. Let's see if I can get this guy to unload now.
I'll work out where the other one is going to go. Not that it needs much unloading at the moment. What's the yield looking like? Let's have a quick look. Not bad, actually.
There's a pain.
110%
That's pretty good.
yield. Most places, yeah.
Considering we did nothing.
Yeah, 105. I think the lowest is 90.
Must be decent soil.
Must be decent soil. Job's a good one.
It's so frustrating.
Can't even see where you are, what you're doing. Yeah.
We need longer pipes or shorter headers next year.
We do. I think that's going to be a...
Because this is our last harvest for this year, isn't it? So
it is. We do seem to... It's taken a while to get through them, but...
It has. But I definitely think we need... I could probably... maybe smaller headers that are less complicated.
Yeah. I think it was nice to try them, but they are a... what's the word?
Pain?
Faff. Pain to
be fair, I've done nothing with them, but
I know I've actually left them set it as you need to load it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I was I think we moved them before, and I was like,
yeah, no, I just drove them to the field on the combine. Oh, cool. I thought it was going to harvest a bit of mist then.
It didn't though, did it?
No, it didn't. There are those new flex ones we could maybe try next year.
Yeah, maybe it's a complete combine overhaul we need.
They might do better with the undulating terrain as well.
The contours, yeah.
So, yeah, maybe if we when the soybeans are going to pay us a bunch of money, aren't they?
Oh yeah, they're going to. It'd be good to get the fixed crop prices in, let it sort itself out, and then get the old simple in, see if we can work out how much we've got.
Yeah, because there's
total, and then
what 2,200 per 1,000 litres, and I reckon we're going to have about 800,000 litres.
Ching.
Yep. So that'll pay for a couple, and the combines we've got must be worth something.
Yeah, in fact, let's have a quick look.
I'm just doing the same thing. Yeah, they're worth about £1 million between them.
Yep. So
and the headers are another 300 grand. So
yeah,
maybe a combine refresh after 1 year.
I think that's a good idea. If we were struggling as well, we could probably sell your truck.
Could probably sell both of them, to be honest.
It's one of them, isn't it? It's like, I think we've said it before about, I'm really struggling for money on my Let's Play, but I'm driving around in my Land Rover that I've used for half an hour.
Yeah. See, I think I brought a Landy on Attingham because I had unlimited money.
Yeah.
And I've got one on Greenlands, and I actually used the pickup on Greenland because it's really good for running wool and stuff between the two sites that I have.
Yeah.
But on most saves, I don't ever use a pickup particularly for anything.
No.
Yeah, I find it really weird how excited people get when new pickup mods are made, and it's like, really? Is it really that essential that you have a pickup truck?
Yeah. I mean, I started off with one on Attingham, but then I was like, I really need the cash.
Yeah.
And like you say, I'm not using it, but I quite like the ones we've got. They are decent pickups, to be fair.
Again, on here, we didn't have to worry about money when we were setting up.
Exactly, yeah. It was unlimited bank account, wasn't it? So,
if you're actually...
yeah.
If you're actually playing with a budget, I'd rather have a second tractor than spending 50 grand on a pickup truck.
Well, yeah, this is it. Yeah, that's several hours of leasing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or actually a tractor if you're in the 80s and 90s.
If you, I think whether it's just because some of the, Land Rovers may be a bad example, but you could probably go and buy a pickup truck for 5 grand. Yeah, particularly a farm pickup truck, because it'll be an old beater.
Yeah.
rather than it being like 50 grand or whatever some of them are. And
Yeah.
then I might have one. It's like on
Yeah.
Calmston, I had the quad bike because it was really cheap, and it was a way of.
Yeah.
I think I was using it to like move water tanks and milk tanks and stuff about. You might have used it to move a header trailer, maybe, which is kind of
Yeah.
ridiculous. But
I mean, yeah, it's like I think I'd had a quad. I think I bought a quad for doing some soil sampling first when precision farming came out. You must have used it once or twice,
yeah,
and then it's like I could really get rid of that. Same with the little sit-on mower that I bought. I think I used that in one episode, and then it just sat on a trailer in the shed until I got around to flogging it.
but you mean like the one we've got on here?
Yeah, exactly the same.
It
Yeah,
just sits on the back of my pickup truck.
yeah.
I think it's probably because neither of us particularly role play a lot of stuff. I guess if you're doing a role play, you might role play having a vehicle to get to work or whatever.
I do think that is half of it. Yeah, it's especially if you're not, what's the word, cabin,
Yeah.
through vehicles. Do you know, like
Yeah. So you've got to actually
Got
get
to.
between sites or whatever.
yeah, or you're gonna have to walk.
Yeah. But
Come on.
unloading, you could have come at it the other way, and we could have double
I
teamed it.
didn't want to
You know,
smack into you there.
that must be. I was going to get out and check to see how full it was, but you'll probably grumble if I do that.
It is 127,000 litres so far.
Very nice.
Now I need to find my tractor again.
It's next to you.
I was tabbing.
Not very realistic, is it?
Road. I know, I'll have to get my truck and drive between
Yes.
tractors.
Yeah. Or run 15 miles to get between your tractor and something else.
Yeah, righto. I don't do running.
Because realism
Is key.
it is. I do find that as much as I joke about it, it is my somewhat nod to realism kind of stuff is much more how I enjoy playing.
Yeah, I'm sort of a mixed bag of it, really. I was. Where are we today? So, an episode that is yet to come out on the Oaks. I was using something and doing something in a particular way based off how a real life farmer does it.
Yep.
And I think I prefer that to the likes of your manual attach and your fill level trailer limiter thing. And
Yeah.
that, the ones where it forces you to do things.
Yeah.
I'd prefer to play using kit and doing things in a certain way that is done by real farmers.
Yes.
That's my
Yeah.
nod to realism.
I'm not
Probably enjoy
always
that more.
I'm not always sure that some of the mega realism mods actually make it more realistic.
No.
No. And I think manual attach is a good example of that. And it's one that we've spoken about a fair bit where, you forget to attach the hydraulics. Which you wouldn't do.
You wouldn't. No. Yeah. I think if they did one where, and I've never used it, like it was one click and it did everything, I think that probably would not be so bad.
I'd probably think about using it at that point.
That's what I mean. Yeah, it's like, because like you say, if you're at the back of the tractor, you wouldn't forget. You'd hitch it up, PTO on if needed, and then and hoses and stuff. You wouldn't.
Yeah.
You would do that.
You wouldn't forget the extra button presses that you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's
a weird one that so I don't generally use all of those kind of things. It's just I like playing that way. It's but I think on a map like the Oaks it becomes difficult because of the size.
Yeah, no, yeah, agreed. I
I
think,
think it's one of the problems that I have on Greenlands is that
yeah,
you sacrifice some of that because you've got to do so much.
yes, yeah, yeah. I
Um,
mean, can't remember. What was I doing? Auto drive and course play. You just, I don't think you could do a series on a map that size if you didn't use that sort of stuff.
Not
Uh,
if you're going to make progress.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think you'd really struggle. Is that your first 4x map? I guess is this a
It
4x
is.
map?
No,
No, this
this is
isn't, is it?
4x. Yeah, this
Oh,
is
yeah,
4x.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think unless you're doing multiplayer, it is really quite tricky to cope with the size of everything without either course play and auto drive or using cheaty stuff,
Yeah. Yeah. No,
or a
definitely.
combination of both. To be fair,
Mm,
um,
yeah.
I know on when I was playing on Homeworld without any of those mods.
Mm,
Initially, it was really difficult. It was really time consuming.
I bet.
And I had quite a small farm, but the fields
Okay.
are just immense still.
Yeah. Yeah. Did I see somewhere that has made its way in some form to FS22?
I have not, but
I don't. I'm sure I saw
I might have a
something on
look on their
Discord.
disc.
I think it was taken off.
I would guess that maybe it's not an official convert then.
That's what I mean.
I'm on
Yeah,
their
no,
Discord, so I'll have a look afterwards.
yeah, I don't know. I think it appeared in yours in recommended mods, and then like I say, I think it disappeared.
Okay, I don't remember seeing it or deleting it,
No,
so
I don't know if the user, whoever put
yeah,
it on, thought better of it.
no,
I'm not sure.
no, it wasn't one of the things that I've deleted on there recently.
No, that was amusing. Like
Yeah,
I said, yeah, I could see the way that was going.
that
The
that
random person.
the Easter weekend, because there were a few on the Maze Plus Discord as well. The Easter weekend seemed to bring out the worst in people.
People are bored.
Um, and one of my pet peeves, and it was the same in both cases, is if someone asks you to do something when you've said, I've got this problem,
Mm,
and they don't
yeah,
do it,
yeah.
then you aren't going to get my help.
No, I think that's the half of it, isn't it? You actually like, oh, you're asking for
Yeah,
help. I'm trying to help you,
and you're not listening.
and then yeah, exactly. Yeah,
It's my if you ask me for help, and you get the same. Well, if you ask in general for help, because it was a general request in Discord, and two
mm,
people tell you something you need to do, and you say, "But I can't do that because," and the
yeah,
reason of because is stupid, um,
yeah.
then you're not going to get any more help,
No, exactly.
and it's
Yeah,
not going to get better if you then send me a private message.
yeah. I think that's the little step too far, isn't
Uh,
it? Really.
It's one of my pet peeves, and I don't have that happen that often. But it's like if you ask in a Discord channel, more than one person can answer you.
Yeah,
If you private message someone, only one person can answer you.
you have to wait. Yeah,
And if you're not someone that I know, I'm not going to dedicate a lot of time to you.
this is it. Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's some might say that I'm just being grumpy with that, but if I don't know you, why should I give you my time?
It's that. It's also that one. We've spoken about it before. You have to be cautious about random messages.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you don't necessarily know, do you? But
I
obviously, if
know.
there's no attachments, it's probably not
No, I mean there weren't any, but
as,
I did
as good.
have one a message pop up. I've just found this really cool way to get free Discord Nitro, and it's like, I think you've been hacked. And about 2 minutes later, I got a response. Yeah, I was sorry.
Oops. Yeah.
Um, But yeah, and it's not even that. It's just like if you've asked the question in one place and we are answering you, because two of us were answering their question
Yeah, yeah.
with what they needed to do, you don't then need to private message me to ask me the same thing.
Exactly. And I think that's where the
Um,
annoyance level gets increased, isn't it?
yeah, yeah. The annoyance level escalated very quickly, and that's why they ended up getting blocked and all their messages deleted.
Yeah. A bit of entertainment, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's the between them they tripled the number of people that have been banned from my Discord,
Yeah.
which is quite
Well, it's good that
impressive.
it's only a few.
Yeah,
You don't get
and
it every other day.
I think the other one was like a bored kid trying to cause trouble, and
Right.
just came in and started insulting people. It's like, right, you're gone.
Yep. See ya. Yeah.
It's not the place to just come and be rude.
No. No, it's not at all because it's a very friendly
Hmm.
place
And
and helpful. And, I mean, some of the things that we get onto, if it's not farming simulator related, it's health or it's,
yeah,
both physical and mental. And it is cool.
it
Quite
gets a bit
heartwarming at
it
times.
gets a bit random sometimes, but there's kind of a core of people that just kind of chat about stuff
Yeah.
and try and help each other. And I
Yeah.
think it helps that it's largely adults.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
and I, I I don't know the ages of many, but it feels like it's largely adults, and not many of them are particularly young. Um,
That's a very nice way of putting it. Yeah.
yeah, there are a few. There are a few that are, but I think most are kind of. I'm going to say more like your age
Yeah.
because you're a little bit younger than me, but
Yeah. 21.
um, not that much younger.
No, no, I'm not. Really not.
But yeah, and I think that helps because I think once some of the bigger discords that I'm in but don't really get involved in, once you
Mm.
get a lowering of the average age, you get a lowering of the average quality as well.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah. I know what
don't
you
think
mean.
that's an unfair thing to say, particularly.
No, no. What is this combine doing? It's doing some weird turns.
Yeah, I think it's just
I think
because,
like you can, I know you can say it's the field thing. It
yeah,
is
it is.
100% because it always gets there. It goes, oh no, can't do that.
Yeah, I should have doubled up the number of headlands.
Nah, it's fine. It's nearly done. What we got?
Couple of rows.
Say in 6 minutes, 5, 6 minutes.
I suppose
So,
we could take over the combines and speed it up.
in fact, I might actually do that for this one.
So I think that might be a sensible idea.
Let's press the right button first.
See, if we had VCA, I could just very quickly throw GPS on, and
I
I'd be
don't think
good.
I'm going to need GPS.
No, you've got a lot less to do, haven't you? You're just going to
That's
hide.
why I went. That's why I went for this one.
You're just going to clear that corner off.
Yeah.
I think there's only 2 runs here, so it shouldn't, not going to be a
No.
massive amount of work. And the combine's empty, so
Yeah, I've only got 15%, so I think that's actually worked quite well with just the one carting tractor, isn't it? I know it's soybean, so it's not overly a
yeah.
high yielding crop, but
I think if you can get away with it, it helps stop them crashing into each other, which is
yeah,
one of the bigger problems when you're mixing Courseplay and auto drive. Having, more than 2 or 3 vehicles in the field.
yeah. I guess the only thing, and I was thinking about this the other day, Sado, was if you could, so if like we've got 2 combines, you almost have a dedicated tractor for that combine
You can.
and do it by setting up different weight points.
Yep. Yep.
In auto drive. So, because I was thinking about trying to do it in something I was doing yesterday, and I thought, oh no, I can't because I've only got one harvester. So,
it works quite well if you're doing big automated forage harvests,
Yeah,
and you can maybe dedicate 2 tractors and trailers to each forage harvester.
yeah,
So they work as 2 separate groups. That
yeah.
generally works better than going, here's 4 carters, here's 2 harvesters, get at it.
Crack on. Yeah, yeah,
Because that just all gets confused and messy.
yeah. No, absolutely. I think,
Um,
yeah. I mean, it's one of them, isn't it? I guess there's multiple ways to skin a cat.
the other way is just to hire a bunch of people to do it.
Oh, there is that. Yeah, yeah.
It's,
Get in some help.
yeah, it's much easier.
Yeah,
Much easier.
definitely.
Apart from the whole nervousness of letting people appear in my saves, it's
It was great though. It was strange. We do multiplayer together. You
yeah,
know, but then to go into a save where I thought, oh, I've watched this series.
yeah. Eagles
It's
said
fun.
that.
Yeah,
He after he finished the logging and they brought all the kit back to the yard, he spent a few minutes just running around.
yeah,
And it's like, yeah, I guess it's because it's a custom, it's a yard that I built as well. It's not like you can just go into the map
and create that
and go
yourself.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Well, you could create it,
you
but
could.
I know what you mean. Yeah,
But yeah, so
yeah. No, it was good fun. It's
and it's not.
using that age of kit and doing it
Hmm.
all properly, manually. Um, yeah, it was cool. I enjoyed it anyway.
The reaction, I can't remember who it was. The first, I think it was Eagles, who realised that there was no auto load on the bale trailer, and it's like there's no auto load, full stop.
Yeah, that's why it's called hard mode. Yeah,
Yes. Until we get, I haven't worked out yet when it is, but until we get to the point where things like the Arcusin bale stacker or the Anderson bale collector were invented,
yeah,
it's manual.
yeah, yeah.
And I have tried searching those to see when they were created, and I haven't found it yet.
Oh no, I
But
guess I don't know.
and I tried asking ChatGPT because it's usually but it couldn't work it out, the question, very well.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Um, so yeah, I end up spending quite a lot of time Googling because sometimes it would be really nice to not have to stack, a whole however many load of bales manually on a trailer.
well, yeah,
And the
yeah.
the contract that is being worked on there at the moment is a lot of bales.
I saw the picture.
Because I did that contract I think once in the summer last year on there, and it's a lot of bales, and it takes a lot of trips with the bale trailer.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, that's why when I did the one, I was like, I am not coming back because one, it's a long way,
Yeah,
and two, it's heavy as anything.
you do have auto
Um,
drive to do the carting because all the routes set up. So
yeah, that's true. And to be fair, I was using auto drive to move the kit
yeah,
out. But yeah, I was like, nah, I'm going to make sure this fits on one trailer load. And to be fair, it was all right. Little bit slow getting up the hill out of the field, but yeah, the poor
which
Deutz was.
yeah, the Deutz is not a good option for carting a lot of mass.
Yeah,
Um,
but I'd got the Fiat that was on red for repair and red for fuel. I was like, I don't really want to
yeah,
put that through its paces. So yeah, just 3 mile an hour in the Deutz.
yeah. The big Fent is going to be a good option when I
Release it to us.
release it. It's in the middle of another job at the moment, so it's.
Well, that's fair enough.
But to be fair, if because I'm hoping to jump on there this weekend as well and do some of the multiplayer stuff. If we get through a
Cool.
bunch of those baling contracts, then you'll probably be able to buy some more kit.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's good. And I
So
think I think you said it in the, it's kind of a double-edged sword at the minute, isn't it? Because obviously the work is getting done a lot quicker, but with the impending time shift, the kit's going to get more expensive. So
Yeah, but
it kind of offsets, doesn't it?
I don't think that much more expensive.
Okay.
And we can still buy old kit. It just means there's
Yeah,
options to buy newer stuff.
that's true.
How much did we get off of that field?
I don't know. You in tit truck?
No, I'm just running there now. 194,000 litres. Very
That
nice.
is not bad. Yeah. Very good. Are
Is
you
it
going
worth?
to
I was going
sling
to.
it in the silo?
Yeah, I was going to run it down to the silo, and then we'll wrap it up, I guess.
Yeah, good shout. I shall meet you down there.
Yeah, you can teleport, or you could bring one of the tractors back.
I'll do that next time.
Because there's not an auto drive route going back from here.
I'll grab them in a bit.
Yeah. It was
How are
only,
the cows doing?
it was only set up going. There is some TMR that you could feed them.
That is what I shall do.
There is some that had processed.
Yeah, there is indeed.
Oh, there's a truck in the forest there still.
I saw that. I'd forgotten about that. I saw it when we came, when I was moving, well, when we were up, setting up. Yeah.
The joys of playing with an adult.
Oh dear. Well, at least I've got a nice wide tractor to try and back into the
Yeah,
trigger.
that is something that we need to resolve, I think.
We do need a yard tractor.
Yeah.
I'll just pull in.
The white field boss, I think, would be a nice option.
Yeah.
Because it's not that expensive. It's pretty small, pretty nimble.
Yeah, nice tractor there.
Yeah. In FS19, I did a potato planting contract with 5 of them
Right.
on the Western Wilds, which was on a 4X map.
Yeah.
It was a massive round field, and I leased 5 of them and 5 potato planters.
Yeah.
Because the contract
That
paid
looked
like
quite good, actually.
the contract paid like $1 million or something stupid. So I just leased crazy amounts of kit, and I had Courseplay and Auto Drive running to run these 5 white field bosses,
Yeah.
bossi,
yeah, boss-eyed.
whatever the plural is of field boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting. The cow's happier now.
They are.
Thanks.
I swerved around you.
We could do getting them some straw at some point as well, I guess. But
yeah, I'm just going to plonk this back here, and then I will jump over to you.
I'm next to your tractor. I guess it's still slowly working. Oh, we've still got a decent amount of TMR in there, actually. So, cool.
Yeah, I think that trailer's pretty small, isn't it?
Yeah. Awesome. That was a lot of fun.
Cool. It was. I've moved over here because that is quite a loud production.
Yeah, good idea. Right.
Well, yeah, thanks for that, mate. That was good.
See you next week.
You will indeed. Take care, mate.
Bye.
Bye.